Shalom. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elects. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. I am your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba, here in the city of Detroit. And shout out to the GMS Detroit brothers. Keep up the great work. You guys are wonderful. Keep up the great work. Today's lesson is on, look at there. All of a sudden, my screen decided to do what it wanted to do. Wow. Wow. Okay. There we go. Now what? Wow. Anything else? Okay. All right. Now, today's lesson is about 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. I was watching the apostles and elders of the great millstone. I was watching them preach, and 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 11 came up. And I thought I'd go ahead and do a video on this chapter. Let me get started because we ain't got very much time. So the 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, starting off at verse 1. And it reads, "And it came to pass, after 7 days, I saw a dream by night." This is Esdras. This is his prophetic dream that he had of Babylon of now, of today. Okay. "And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof." You see, the great winds that are coming will be the nuclear winds. Okay, when the countries first, when Russia, send that EMP booming over America with the nuclear head on it, that's going to cause an EMP, and that's going to shut down all the water, electricity, natural gas for cooking and heating, gasoline distributions, food deliveries, ATM machines, PAP machines, life support machines. Everything's going to shut off. A lot of the different hospitals and different places that have backup generators, they're only going to work for so long because remember, there is not a lot of fuel there at the hospitals in these different places. Just enough to run these machines for a certain length of time, and then that's it. You see, and so then the traffic lights, a lot of different things are going to stop working. A lot of people's cars, the newer cars and trucks, are going to stop working. Some airplanes going to fall from the sky, some helicopters fall from the sky, some trains going to stop or derail. I mean, it's a lot that's going to happen, all within the first hour of an EMP attack. You see, upon America. Verse 3, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." And now you know what that's talking about. Who? Yahweh Shai. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. "When Yahweh Shai shall come, he shall empty out all of the host of all the angels in the kingdom of heaven." You see, they're going to be emptied out. You see, and they're coming with him, plus Michael, the archangel. Okay, so we understand that. Okay. "And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him." You see, we're talking about Yahweh Shai. You see, remember, he said, "I shall not meet thee as a man." When he's coming back, he's coming back as a great angelic power, a force. You see, that cannot and shall not and cannot be defeated in any type of way. He is the creator. You know what I'm saying? He got the blueprints on all that is. There's no way for him to lose. You see? "And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice." You see that? When he utters his voice. I did a video maybe a couple of months back or so, when he uttered his voice. You see, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. You see? Because the fire comes to purify, you see, and to break things down, the elements and all things. You see, for the fire done. Anytime you see a monster in a monster movie, what is the very one thing that they use to fight that monster off? Fire. Fire always works against everything, you see. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Now see, remember, when it says sea, remember, we're surrounded by water. We're in water right now. It's just that the water around us is so thin, you see. And remember, there's waters above and below. You see, the Bible tells us these things, you see. And so now these men are men from what? Other nations, other countries from all around, coming together to try to fight against who? Yahushua. They want to fight against Yahushua, you see, and they're going to be too afraid to fight, but hey, they're going to be willed to fight anyway, that they may be destroyed, you see. Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Now we talking about we were talking about the fathership. You see, Yahweh's fathership, not the mothership. Ain't no such thing as a mothership. It's the fathership. Just like there's no such thing as a queen up in the kingdom of heaven. There is no queen, no woman sitting on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushua calling shots. You see, so all you Catholics and those of you who want to pray to the Queen of Heaven, to Queen Mary and all this and that, y'all better stop all that. You know, she cannot save your soul. You know, she gave birth. Mary gave birth to Yahushua. That does not give her powers to save you. Okay, y'all better stop praying to her. You see, verse 7. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven. You see, talking about the chariot, and I could not, because Yahushua's father chariot, the chariot of Yahushua, being as it is a great mountain, is larger than the earth. Okay, it's much larger than the earth. Okay, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid. You see, they're going to be too afraid to fight, but they're going to try anyway. They got the space stations up in their space defense station up there in orbit, calling themselves want to fight against Yahushua. They crazy. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together. Hold on. Let's go up. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument, because our weapon of warfare is not carnal. It is spiritual. When Yahushua had said for the disciples to take up swords, it was only that they would, because he was numbered amongst the transgressors, and when anything that Yahushua is a part of, he's the chief of, because he's the chief cornerstone. So being that he's the chief cornerstone, when he was numbered amongst the transgressors, Luke chapter 22, verse 36 through 38, when he was numbered amongst the transgressors, then he was the chief. As the chief transgressor, what was the order that he gave? He said, buy yourself a sword. Sell your cloak if you have to, buy yourself a sword. Why? Not so they can go up against the Roman guards, not so they can go up against the Pharisees, not so they can go up against the Gurkha troops, not so they can go up against the martial law troops, not so they can do against all that. No. Simon Peter only popped Malchus. Malchus was a 2/3. Okay, that's it. Okay. Other than that, for the Pharisees and the Roman guards, martial law police, and all that, we use this word to hew them down, because you can only cut them down in the spirit. You cannot fight against them with a weapon. Remember, that is Esau's. That's his blessing. Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. You see, so you buying the sword, it's not to pop the Roman guards or anything like that, the martial law police or anything. No, no. But Malchus punk ass, you pop that joker. You pop him in the ear so he can hear. And then Yahushua can heal him, all right? Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath. You see, we're talking about nuclear warfare. When Yahushua come, the angels, the lasers that they're going to be firing are going to be direct energy beams. Direct energy beams. All the lasers that they're going to be firing is going to have ultimate power. There's nothing that's going to be able to stand once it receives an impact from one of them lasers from the angels, from the chariots. I mean, that's going to be a serious thing. That's like a nuclear bomb right there. Each time, buzz, boom, buzz, boom. I mean, it's going to be a serious deal. It's going to be a serious deal. Okay, and out of his tongue, he cast out sparks and tempest. You see, sparks and tempest. Verse 11, and they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. You see, all of that coming at once. The thermonuclear bombs, you see, the ICBMs, you see, the chariots, the direct energy beams, lasers that they're going to be firing. All these things are going to be happening at one time. Yahushua being the angelic power, Michael the archangel being that he's created for war. You see all